G'day there, it's Delgar, the Thunder from Downunder, and welcome back to another episode of Delgar's Adventure. Starting off this episode in my fish farm, I've just come off the back of a massive, 6 or 7 hour AFK fishing session. So we're gonna dig through these chests and figure out what I got. That's right, I had to expand the chests to do that AFK session, and I'll give you guys a bit of a snapshot about what I got. Yes, the one I've been looking for. That's right, guys. After hours of AFK, finally getting mending on my pig. I just can't express how happy I am right now. This is just absolutely amazing. Oh, I thought something went wrong then, but it's just the anvil going down. Yes, mending. Woo! So I had to dig through all the loot I got. I had to look at all these books, but these two are the interesting one. The Unbreaking 3, I'm going to put that on the pick that I just put the mending on. That'll make that a little bit better. And Frostwalker. So, never had Frostwalker before. Here we go. So I managed to combine some books together to get this Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 book. And if I apply that to my pick, I'll get Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Hands down the best pick in the game. But don't quite have enough levels yet, so I'm going to have to do some more AFKing on the fish farm. And whilst I'm showing you stuff, check this out. I now have rods coming out of my absolute eyeballs. So many, don't even know what to do with them. I'm going to go away do this fishing, and I'll come back to you. So back from my AFK fish farming, and I've got my levels, the pick's all mended, so I'm going to put this in, and yeah, got my pickaxe, woo! Now I didn't name it, and if any of you guys can think of a name, leave a comment down below, and maybe you'll get featured in the episode. But between this amazing pick, and all the excitement around it, and our very low iron and very low, that's not the one, very low coal, I think it's time that we do another mining resource quest. So one thing I forgot to show you guys was my two new picks. So I've got this one, this is my mending pick, and that'll be the bulk for the mining. When it comes to actually getting ore, I'll use this Silk Touch pick on it to pick up the ore itself, so instead of mining it down here, and then later on, I'll bring it back to the surface and then use this pick to actually do the mining on that ore. So I have to place it back down and mine it. And that's going to allow me to carry a lot more ore while mining, and I'll have to come back to the surface less often. One other thing before we start this resource quest is in the last resource quest I only left myself one space at the end, which is not really enough for a resource quest. So as you can see, I've already started building it out here. I'm going to build this round so you can go around either side and then continue that way, because further this way is the extreme hills, and that gets a bit tricky with the different block types. Basically the silver fish that are out there, I don't really want to go into that, so I'm going to build this out and then I'll come back to you guys. And are you ready for the big reveal? Yeah. Oh, that doesn't look that much different, but as you go around this corner you can see that we can go all the way around here, all the way around in a big circle, and of course we've moved our chests and crafting tables here, conveniently located. This actually, I think, turned out pretty damn good. I haven't gone down here this far, only 2, because we do have these ones here that we're going to do this episode. Look, I already have some redstone too. And I'm going to get right to this mining resource quest. Please roll that time lapse. I swear our mining resource quests get quicker every single time. Probably helps that we have this efficiency 4 pick now, and we don't even need to repair with diamonds, so even better. So let's have a look what we got, hey? So definitely less diamonds than what I wanted, only 3 ore, but I may get more with the fortune pick, so hopefully that might come out as 6, maybe 7, I'm hoping. Got some gold, some more lapis, that's good. A ton of redstone. When I use the fortune pick on that, it's going to be huge. A good just under 2 stacks of iron, that'll restock us up for a little bit, and if I use the fortune pick on this, we are going to have coal for days. So I think I might do something special with this when we use the fortune pick on this, something, maybe a third person timer, so we see how that goes. Wow, you really do get more with fortune. I just absolutely can't believe how much stuff we got from that. I mean, like we had a lot of ore, but I really wasn't expecting that much. I'm a little bit disappointed on these diamonds. Only five. I was hoping for 6 or 7, but five's still pretty good. Look at all this coal. Look at all this redstone. Lapis. Wow, the lapis was absolutely just like flying everywhere when I was mining that with fortune. It's just can't believe how much I got. And now time to move on to the main part of today's episode. As many of you know, I didn't quite get all the items on my shopping list last time, and I wasn't quite correct in the last episode by saying magnet cubes don't drop magnet cream, because in fact they do. It's just a relatively low drop rate. I just happened to not get any and gave up too quickly, probably. So the other option is we can go after slimes, and I think that's actually a better option because I could do with some slime balls. Some sticky pistons and some leads would be good anyway. Now, two options are we could try and find a swamp, which I don't know where one is, so that's not likely an option. The other one is I could find a slime chunk. And I had a look on a Minecraft map, find a slime chunky finder thingy, and it turns out that X chunk 4 and Y chunk 13, 14, and 15, so that's three chunks in a row, actually are slime chunks. And if I press F3G, it should bring up our chunk borders. Yep, excellent. And then if I press F3, it'll bring up the interface. And if you see on the left-hand side, it says chunk. It's the second set of numbers after the in we're interested in. So if I go this way, it's chunk 5. So it's one more chunk over. Chunk 5. Chunk 4. Okay, so 415, that's this one. And I think I have to go this way. So 415, 414, which is this one here, and 413 here. Oh, I just totally fell off the cliff. These are slime chunks. But remember that the slimes only spawn down the bottom from level 0 to I think 39, so down quite down the bottom. So I'm going to go down into the mine and find these chunks down there because I'm pretty sure the mine comes through this area. And if I can find that, then I'll dig it out down the bottom. So I'm going to go down there and I'll get back to you guys. So I'm down here in the mine and I managed to find it. As you can see, we're at 415. And it turns out the mine actually goes straight through it, so it was pretty easy to find. So now it's just a matter of actually digging out this area, and this is a very long and slow process. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out quite a bit of this, and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. See, and this is exactly why I didn't want to have my mine inside the extreme hills, because this happens. Oh, more coming, gosh. So I've dug out this area and I'll just show you guys what I'm going to do to try and make some slime spawn. So I've got the three chunks. So this is the first chunk, this is the second chunk you can see here, and this is the third chunk. But also, if you've noticed this ladder over here, I've done a lot of digging, like a lot of digging. I've actually built a second story. So the slimes could spawn up here, or they could spawn down there. And the way the mob spawning works is that they won't spawn in an area around you. I think it's 16 yards, maybe 32 they can't spawn. But if they're more than 128, they'll instantly despawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down this way about 100 blocks. That'll cause everything on that side to despawn. Then I'm going to run back, check on this side, check the two floors, then run 100 blocks that way down that tunnel, which means everything on that side will despawn, and this will consistently get updated, and hopefully a slime will spawn in this area. Now you might go, okay, well how can a slime spawn in this lit up area? Slimes can actually spawn where an area is lit up, so it'll mean the mobs can't spawn here. So I expect to see a slime sometime, hopefully not too long away. I did it guys, I did it! We got ourselves a slime! You guys don't realize that I've been running back and forwards down this hallway for about 20 minutes trying to get this slime to spawn, so here we go. It's a pretty big slime too. Got my looting sword out, so I should pick up lots of drops. I just noticed I have a full inventory. Here, slimes. Oh yes, slimy, slimy, slime. Yes, slimes! Slime, 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 slime. So I did quite a bit of farming in my little slime farm down there. I know it's not the best slime farm in the world, and we will make it into a proper slime farm later, but that's all I have time for today. I managed to get myself 1.5 stacks of slime balls, which will make a huge amount of fire resistance potions. Heaps and heaps and heaps. So I'll be able to make some slime blocks and some other leads and that kind of stuff out of that, which is really good. And between episodes, I might actually try and go get some more slime balls. And now it's time to move on to the next part of today's episode. If I go in here, you'll see our little base is actually getting pretty full. Pretty full. And if I go into some of these chests, particularly this one, stone here, stone here, more stone here. It's just overflowing. Look at these saddles. Look how many saddles I have. What am I going to do with that many saddles? But all of my chests are now occupied. So I'm going to have to do some modification to this arrangement to try and fit some more chests in here somewhere. I know I can put some up the top here. That's fine. But I also need some room to put my brewing station. So I'm going to have a play around with these chests, move some stuff around, and then come back to you guys. So it started off as okay, I'm going to take some chests out, clear a bit of space in here, and then it turned into, let's remove everything. So, do you guys remember when the place looked this big? When I first built this place, I was like, wow, we're never going to fill this place. And then, here we are today, with it empty. But if I show you guys how much stuff was actually in there, boy, when you put it out like this, it looks pretty full. Most of these are pretty full too. I actually found out we had 2 chests of saddles, so extra saddles, but I'm going to start working on putting this back in, but I thought I'd show you guys exactly what I was thinking when I do put it back in. So I'm going to turn this corner of the building into like furnaces and our potion brewing stand section. And I was actually going to change the way that I put the chests in. If I put them in like this, I will actually get twice the efficiency as if I put them in like this. Even though it makes less space in the middle, this still fits in quite well. So I'm going to put some chests down this wall, which we should fit plenty more of, and then I'll show you guys what that's like. And there we go, lots and lots and lots of chests now. As you can see, I've put the chests at the top, and I've managed to double the efficiency of some of these areas, which should provide us with a whole pile more storage. We should have heaps more room now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bed, the kind of workshop area over here back in, and then I'll come back and give you guys a bit of a progress update. As you can see, I've got ahead and put in our bed and our workshop area. As you can see, we've made our brewing stand. We'll be using this later. Very excited to be using this. And some other changes that I've made, I've actually put crafting tables in because I realized that, I'd kind of forgotten crafting tables once again. And I've actually got this wall empty at the moment. So thinking about putting a picture on this end and that end, and that should bring out a little bit of a color into the area. But when I start putting items in these item frames to represent what's inside the chest, that'll add some color to the building too. So I'm going to start filling up these chests with our stuff, and I'll come back to you and show you where everything is. You're ready to see what it's like? Let's go have a look, hey? So as you can see in here, lots of pretty colors now. And stretching all the way along the top here is the cobble. And then we've got diorite, andesite, granite, and gravel at the top here. And then we've got most of the primary building blocks, so sand, glass, wool, blah blah blah, etc. This is redstone. This is passive mob drops and like offensive mob drops. Got all our goodies in here. This is just other items. The flint just represents the other items that couldn't be categorized. They're empty. We've got our flowers and seeds. We've got our food. And this is 2 different types of tools. This is just random little bits of tools that don't really matter, and this is the better tools. So for instance, this is where my bow's kept and my good fishing rod. And then we've got fish for days, and other fish for days. And then we've got lots of empty chests at the top. Notice, empty, empty, empty chests. And then we've got all our fishing rods with room to expand. Of course, our bows with room to expand. Oh, there's actually some in there, okay. And our books with room to expand. I'm considering putting these books somewhere else. Still thinking about that, but that'll do for the moment. So it's only been 2 episodes, but it's finally time for us to make our fire resistance potion. So first of all, let's go ahead and put our water bottles into the brewing stand, put our nether wart and 1 blaze powder, and that's going to start making our orchid potion. While that's going, let's go make our magma cream, the one that took us forever to get. Finally got that one. And then we go and put that in the brewing stand after the nether wart. Bing. Okay. So then we have our awkward potion. Now this is going to make a fire resistance potion 3, but we actually preferably want a fire resistance potion 8. So after the magma cream, we need to put this redstone in. Okay, so now we put our redstone in. See, we got fire resistance potion 3. This is going to make it a fire resistance potion 8. And there we go, fire resistance potion 8. Woo! Only 2 episodes, but we got it. We got it. So now that we have our fire resistance potion, I feel like there's only one way I can really show you guys how great these potions are. So I'm just going to go ahead and drink one. Check that I've got it on. Excellent. Notice that I've got all my gear on. This is how much I trust it. And then just jump straight into the lava. That's alright. No damage. No damage at all. Swim across the lava and I'm going to go get my magma blocks. Wow, what a magnificent episode. We managed to build ourselves a slime farm, get our long-awaited magma cream, and brew ourselves a fire resistance potion. And as an added bonus, we got ourselves these wonderful magma blocks. But I'm sorry, that's all I've got time for, so thank you for watching this episode of Delgar's Adventure. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and subscribe for future episodes of Delgar's Adventure. This has been Delgar. Bye for now.